So Sea of Thieves has some very talented artists on their team, some still working at Rare, but some who are now working for other gaming or media companies. But with that comes a lot of art design and things that never actually made it into the game. Like Hipreg. Hey you beautiful buccaneers, Falcore here. So by now I'm sure a lot of you at some point have seen the art of Sea of Thieves book, or at the very least seen some of its pages used in speculation or other videos. It's full of concept art that never made it into the game, and also some things that eventually did. But this book was released around the same time of the game's release, and there has been a lot more concept designs made since then. Over on ArtStation is a literal treasure trove of awesome concept art for the game, and some of these pieces really make you ponder. Now before I start, I'm sure a few of you are possibly going to go take a look for yourself, or maybe even post some screenshots in your Discord or Twitter feeds, but please remember to shout out the artists responsible for their hard work. All artists' names and social profiles are available on the website. Respect the artist, dude! Wait, that sounds familiar. Is probably nothing. So then, Sam Chester, if that is your real name, I'm calling you out, sir. Not because you did anything wrong, but your art is amazing. Sam Chester did some of the work on the pirate design for the game, as well as a few costume pieces including hairstyles, and you may notice a few familiar faces in his designs. But the original art design for the characters in Sea of Thieves was a lot more gruff and sturdy, as seen here by one of the original concepts, an almost troll-like stature of a man. However, would still fit comfortably within the design of Sea of Thieves, which does make you wonder if we'll ever see this delightful fella show up in future updates. Mr. Glenn Fox. Glenn Fox did a lot of the art assets for both the Shores of Gold and the mermaid statues, alongside some of the time-limited gear given out in Sea of Thieves for its first anniversary, but he also worked on a figurehead which we are yet to see on our ships. This, as far as we know, is the Magpies wing figurehead. We can only guess this will be its final name, as this is the figurehead seen on the sunken Magpies wing within the game. It is surprising that this figurehead has not made its way into the game yet. Mr. Matt Wilkins. Matt worked on a whole host of designs for the game, including the Reaper's Heart weapons, as well as a whole host of Pirate Emporium skins for your ships. But he also helped his art team at the time develop the Arena Tavern and adapt them to the Sea of Thieves art style. You'll also notice this arena chest that looks somewhat different to what we saw within the game. However, he also started work on a very awesome looking chest for the game mode. This is only known as the Chest of Fate, but we will never know what fate, or what the chest did. But the roadmap changed during the development of Arena, and a cease and desist came through. However, Matt decided he wanted to revisit this chest and fully texture it. It does make you wonder what this chest might have been used for, or even if we'll get to see it used in the game at some point. I'm gonna be honest, I'm surprised we didn't see this turn up in the most recent mystery. He also did some work on what I can only imagine is an early iteration of the Grog's chest, or something to that liking. This chest looks very much like the Wild Rose chest you get from the Tall Tale, but with tankards as the motif. The lock for this chest looks interesting too, which does make me wonder if this one will resurface in the game at some point, hopefully involving copious amounts of grog. Also a Tall Tale book, I presume, that's just named Guts. Just Guts. Well, I say it's a book, it could also be a soap bar. Mr. George O'Keefe. I think I said that right. He designed a lot of the default pirate assets, among other things such as the quest scrolls and other general game assets. He's also responsible for creating the elusive box of wondrous secrets, and he also worked on something that has been forgotten. A few of the more keen-eyed people watching will remember this as a talisman that was gifted to Wanda when she very first started to become cursed, which resulted in her becoming the Masked Stranger. The person who gifted her this talisman was never named, and was said to cure curses, but when wearing it she complained it only made it a lot worse. Since then, this asset has all but disappeared, and no word of where it is now, or who gifted it to her. Maybe it will resurface in the future. Keep a keen eye out for this necklace, as I have a feeling it will one day return. There was a whole host of other items to look over on ArtStation, not just from official artists, but lots of awesome fan art to have a look through, such as this awesome double-barreled pistol made by Jonathan Kuvavasa. I'm so sorry, dude. Please go check it out, and if you use the screenshots, remember to shout out the artist. That's all for today, folks. Sail safe. Oh, and before I go, a little hint for people playing the game. I'm not sure if you're aware, but there is a great way to make 20 million gold in about 20 minutes playtime. All you need to do is load into the game and then run to the